Well, witchy wonders. How you loving? Witchy wonders, how you loving? How you loving, witchy wonders? Who am I wearing today? Wait a minute, let me tell you. Who am I wearing today? I am wearing Mickey the Sorcerer. This is the Mickey hat. I am wearing Mickey the Sorcerer. You know Sorcerer Mickey? That's this one. Mickey Mouse, that is. I do have a Mickey Mouse Sorcerer hat. Welcome. Welcome to Witchy Wednesday. I am Reverend Valerie Love. If you're new here, welcome. We have tons of new subscribers. Welcome. This channel is all about magic, money, and metaphysics. This channel is all about spirituality and transcendence, using the magical arts and sciences, metaphysics. We talk a lot about money and money manifestation. We talk all that stuff. Today I'm wearing a feather of Mayat. I'll tell you why in a moment. And yes, today I do have ridiculously hot pink lips. Okay, they are ridiculously hot pink because I just love that. That's all. It's no other reason. Yep, I felt like ridiculously hot pink lips today, and so I did it. I have on the sun and moon shirt because where do we sit right now in cosmic weather? As you all come in, welcome. As you all come in, let's talk about where we sit right now in the cosmic weather. Where we sit right now in the cosmic weather is that we are coming up on the summer solstice this Saturday. Now, if you're watching this after the summer solstice, then beautiful. You can use what I'm going to tell you whenever the summer solstice comes around. What is the summer solstice about? Yesterday, I was being with the sunset. And if you follow the stories here on the channel, I was being with the sunset, and I was being with how late the sun set last night. Did you all see how long the day was? See how long these days are as we're progressing and moving toward the summer solstice, because the summer solstice is going to be the longest day of the year. It's the most light. And this is when we are about to start our new initiation program in the Christian Witches Mystery School. I'm so elated about this program. If you have been in any of the programs of the Christian Witches Mystery School, this program is the program of all programs. I'm elated for this program. And we start this Saturday on the summer solstice. Now, the witches that are coming into this program, I love. You must apply. So why do you have to apply? Well, you don't have to. If you want to, you get to apply if you want to. Why do you apply? I realize that I'm feeling very Glinda today. Maybe I need to get my white Glinda. Glinda, do I need to get my Glinda hat today? Okay, I'm gonna get Glinda because I'm feeling Glinda. I'll be right back. That's what I'm feeling. So let's go with it. Let's go with it. Okay, wait a minute, let me get my iPad. Oh, okay, I think my iPad is right here on my chair. Okay, just give me a minute, I'm getting myself together. Just give me a moment, okay. Phew. Glinda wanted to be part of this experience today, so here we are with Glinda. Okay. Now, as I was saying, before these witches started talking, they all have personalities because they're all named after witches I love. So, and witches throughout history, they're all named and they all have their own personalities. So when they start talking, they're like crystals. I just go along with the program. I don't argue with my magical stuff. When it starts talking, I just say, okay, we just reconfigure things. That's all. We just reconfigure things. I'm not arguing. Okay, she even has the buckle in the front. She's happy now. Okay, Glenda. There we go. So, back to initiation. Starting this Saturday, on the summer solstice, will be the initiation of a group of witches, wizards, warlocks, and magical beings who will be the founding witches, wizards, warlocks, magical beings who will be the founders of the temple. What is the temple? The temple is a spiritual community that is supported by these incredible magical beings who will be initiated. So let's talk about initiation, and let's talk about why initiation is so important. You know, I've had many initiations over the years. It's so important. And it's definitely connected to commitment, because only the committed are initiated. And when you're initiated, you are then bought into, you are then immersed into, you then have privy. You have an open door to mysteries, teachings that you would not have had you not become initiated. There's a door. These are where all the uninitiated people are. For whatever reason, you don't have to be initiated. It's a choice. And it's a sacred vow and a sacred commitment. Here's the door. Here's people that are not initiated, the uninitiated. On the other side of the door are the initiated. And what's going on over here, and there's a veil, there's a door. I was not privy to an iota of the things I'm privy to as an initiate. Not privy to it. You just don't have the information. And why do you not have the information on the mysteries? Why can you not access it? It seems like anybody should be able to access it. It doesn't work that way. The magical arts and sciences is an initiatory path that tries you. There are trials along the way. If you don't pass the trial, you don't get the reward. That's how the universe works with everything. There are steps. There's a process to everything. Some of the processes are very arduous. If you're going to climb Mount Everest right now, you're not going to skip up Mount Everest. You are going to pass many, many, many trials meant to make you stronger. You are going to encounter great adversity. We call these the trials of the path, that are very jarring and hard, so that you can do what? Get to your mountaintop peak experience, plant your flag on the top of Mount Everest. But that peak experience will only last for about 5 minutes. It's who you became in that experience that will now last forever. The glory of your accomplishment lasts for 5 minutes. You stand on the podium to receive your gold medal after winning the Olympic gold medal for 5 minutes. You stand at the top of Mount Everest, maybe for 2 minutes, you're freaking freezing, you go back down. The glory of the moment lasts 5 minutes. Who you become lasts forever. Ooh. Who you become. Do we see that who we are becoming is the true gift of the path? This is the true gift of the path, family. Who you are becoming. So when I went to Peru for the very first time and was initiated into Mother Ayahuasca as a plant healer. Now, just because a person goes and takes ayahuasca and doesn't mean they're being initiated into plant medicine. It depends. It depends upon you, yes, and your soul calling. So we're going to talk about some very specific services, professional services that initiated witches can offer. Witches, wizards, warlocks, magical beings. Because you don't have to be a witch, you don't have to be a warlock, you don't have to be a wizard, you don't have to. Magical beings, okay? That should encompass all of it, because it's not about male or female or other. It's not about gender, it's not about culture, it's not about race, it's not about religious affiliation. It's about you tapping into the true core of who you are and what you came here to be as a soul. And every soul came here for a purpose. and every soul came here. That purpose is going to somehow involve serving other people. Okay, how do I become initiated? Excellent. You're going to go to christianwitches.com. You're going to click on initiation. That's the easiest way to find out more about initiation. You can also go and pick up the book. Go to christianwitches.com, and while you're there, click on books, and you're going to see the latest book that I wrote, How to Be a Christian Witch, which goes through initiation in detail so that you can really understand what you're getting yourself into. Oh, thank you! This is Glenda today, and I'm also wearing, let me come a little closer to you all because I feel kind of far away. This is Glenda that I'm wearing today, and I'm also wearing the Feather of Mayat and one of my favorite earrings, and I'm also wearing the Kabbalistic Tree of Life. Oh, thank you! Oh my goodness, thank you, thank you. Now, I did the eyes based on the hat I was wearing at the beginning of this conversation, which is blue. Can you see the blue? Blue, pink, and yellow. I gotta get a little close for the eyes. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. So I did the eyes based on the hat I had at the beginning of this conversation. And now since Glenda asked to be in this conversation, the eyes still match because everything matches white, right? Okay, so let's go back to the initiation. That's an excellent question. And I have on the Tree of Life today. Today I'm covered in sacred symbology. I'm preparing myself with the sun and the moon and this shirt and just everything, my whole being. I'm preparing myself for this powerful weekend. This weekend, we have the summer solstice. We start the new program, and we also have the new moon. It's huge. It's huge. Look, like Trump says, huge. Okay, we're not getting into that today. So, because it's so huge and the cosmic weather has so much going on right now, this is the moment, this is the time to start looking at initiation. This is the cosmic weather to start looking at, as a soul, what am I here to do and what am I here to offer and to whom? It's that beautiful cosmic prayer that says, what am I to say? What am I to do? Where am I to go? What am I to do? What am I to say and to whom? It's that beautiful prayer that's in A Course in Miracles, right? That's a beautiful prayer. So let's talk about these services that you can offer. And if you want to follow along with us, all you do is go to christianwitches.com and click on initiation. That's where this beautiful list is. Let's just talk about some of the services that you can offer as an initiated witch or an initiated magical being. You see, when you're initiated, your name changes. So you have a new name. Next, which we do in this program in the mystery school, you have a new name because your name is your nature. So all initiations, many initiations, I've received new names over and over and over again. Let's go back to the plant medicine initiation when I first became an initiate into plant medicine by the hand of Mother Ayahuasca in Peru a few years back. In that initiation with the shamans it is a complete ceremonial process. And when I was in that ceremonial process, I knew my soul had hit me to the fact that something big was coming, and it got me prepared. So when I was on my way to Peru, I wore all white. I only took whites with me to Peru. I told Wiz, y'all know Wiz, right? The Witch and the Wizard. I told Wiz, I'm whiting up. I'm only doing white the whole time. He was like, okay, cool. And that's what I did. I did the entire time whites. I think he did whites too. It was his birthday, so he was also being initiated into the shamanic tradition because he's a shaman. I'm not a shaman, he's a shaman. Woo, we got a new member. Wait a minute, where's my bell? Wah! Let's get the bell. Let's get the bell. New member alert. New member alert. Yay! New member alert. Welcome, new member. There's a lot of goodies in there because you know what? We're revamping the whole channel. And we're taking all of the videos that we have live, like the ones we have now. We're taking a lot of the live videos, editing them, slicing them into smaller slices, and then the whole full uncut version goes to our members only, goes into the members only portal. So we have a lot of goodies coming up for all our members. A lot of goodies, a lot of goodies. Hey family, hey Centrally, how you loving? How you loving? How you loving? So when I was being initiated into the plant medicines by the hand of Mother Ayahuasca, the first time that I went there, in that ceremony, I received a new name. This is the same thing that happens. Hey, Tammy, how you loving? We get ready for this weekend, Tammy. Getting ready. Getting ready. You're going to receive a text today. I was just texting with one of our other witches in the program. Oh my God. Such deliciousness. So, what are these services that you're going to be able to offer as an initiated witch? Now, I want to make something very clear. You do not have to be initiated to offer spiritual services to people. I know a lot of people that offer spiritual services to people, they're not initiated. You don't have to be initiated to serve people. You don't have to be ordained to serve people. You don't have to have a specific name to serve people. Just serve people. That's it, right? And once you've been doing that for a while, you're going to find that you're going to be called to a higher level of service. This thing is always upping the ante on us. This thing is always taking us to larger and larger, greater levels. And this thing is always giving us more. That's what I love about the path of ascension. There's no limit. The levels are infinite. So once you reach level 20, you could go to 25 or 30. Once you reach level 30, you could go to 40, 50, 100. Once you reach level 100, you could go to level 1,000, 10,000. The levels are infinite. So in your service to humanity, there's always more. There's always more, right? Like the universe is like I'm always like, is there more? So much more. You want to see it? Yeah, universe, I want to see it. Come on. Right? It's so beautiful. The universe is always beckoning you. Come on up a little higher, you know, and the bane of your existence as a magical being is to get comfortable. That is the bane of your existence. Once you get comfortable, it's over. It's over, baby. Like you want to become comfortable being uncomfortable. This is how a life of greatness is created. It's not created by you coasting. Yeah, I'm good. You want to always be just, pressing yourself. I'm not saying that you always have to be on it. That's not it either. That there's this continual upward, beautiful spiral. There's a vortex. There's dynamism, that you're dynamic. You're not static and stuck and stale. You're becoming. You're like nature. Nature is never stale and stuck and stagnant. And if it is, there is death there. You're becoming. And you want to be in programs. I'm always in some kind of program that presses me. Always. Why? Because by myself, I'll just chill and I won't even know that I'm chilling. Because I'm not in some kind of program that keeps, I'm in a wealth program that keeps me. I was just on with my mentor and fellow wealth creators this morning. I'm in a wellness program that keeps me having to be well. I'm in magical systems and I'm in magical communities, the spiritual communities that keep me on point. You need to put structures in your life that continually keep you pressing to your ever greater self. Ooh. Otherwise, you may do it and you may not. Can we just be real honest with each other? That's me. Maybe I'll do it, maybe I won't. But when I'm with a wolf pack, when I'm with a master teacher, when I'm with a coach, when I'm in a mastermind, you see, I can't fall off. You don't fall off when you put these structures in place. Most people don't love themselves enough to put these kinds of structures in place. You gotta love yourself enough to put these structures in place in your life that press you into being the best version of yourself. And sometimes it's gonna be freaking hard, and sometimes it's gonna be the last thing you wanna do, and sometimes you just won't feel like it, and sometimes it's just too uncomfortable, and you've got to have some things in your life. That's right, this is Glenda. You know me well. I was just thinking about you this morning, like Wolf, and it's like amazing telepathy, because I was just thinking about you this morning. And these structures in life that press you into being your greatest self, because most people have structures in their life that press them into doing all of the obligatory things that they don't really want to be doing, like working for someone else or doing this or doing that. You ought to have structures in place in your life. Funny enough, both all wearing white. You're wearing all white too? Send me a picture on WhatsApp. Me and Light Wolf, we be talking. Send me a picture on WhatsApp. He's been my friend for many years. Y'all know him formally as the wand maker for many years. He's been my friend. Send me that on WhatsApp. Let me check that out. Wink, wink, you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, man, so if you do not have these kinds of programs in your life, get one. Get in something. Get in some kind of mastermind, get in some kind of school, get in some kind of program, get with a coach, get with a spiritual community, get with something, get with a program that's going to really mold and shape you and hold you accountable to show up. That's why so few people excel. They're not being held accountable to be their true God self. All God put in you. We want to see it. But a lot of people are satisfied with being 5% of what God created them to be. Not me. Come on with your Mwah. How you loving? I desire with my crazy self to be all of what God created me to be. Let me see what that looks like. You know, that's like my aspiration. And could you ever? I don't know. Haven't got there. I'm far from it, but I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep going as best I can. Let's talk about these things that initiated witches can do for us in the temple. And like I mentioned earlier, you don't have to be initiated to do these things. Serve people. Serve people from wherever you are as you stretch to your greater yet to be. Don't wait and say, well, I'm not initiated. I can't do that for people. Or Throw that out the window. That's just fear and littleness speaking that would try to hold you back from doing something that you can do right now to serve humanity. So let's look at this list. We're on ChristianWitches.com under initiation, because it's our current program in the Christian Witches Mystery School. And this is an initiatory path, and you can also do it completely from home if you desire, if you're not being initiated. Now, if you're being initiated, you're going to have to stretch. I can't make it no softer for you because the universe is not going to. You can take the entire 40 Foundations lessons now completely from home in the mystery school with us and never leave home. Isn't that delicious? So many people have asked for that, and now it's here. We have gifts of the universe that have come to us. Listen to these. Tarot reader. We have many tarot readers in the community and at large. Angel card reader, Estrella Luna. She reads angel cards and communicates with angels. Midwife and or birth doula. That's Erica Badu, Queen Witch Erica Badu. She's a doula. Rites of passage. What are rites of passage? Ujo Wajed, how you loving? What are rites of passage? Rites of passage are when people move through certain significant milestones in life. A girl going from a pre-woman state to her maiden state marked by menses. This is a rite of passage. I just don't see lots of rites of passage for all of our young girls that go through these experiences. Rites of passage is when you pass, for some people, certain ages, 30, 40, 50. 50 is definitely rites of passage because now you become a crone, right? A wisdom keeper. Rites of passage. There are many other rites of passage. Rites of passage for boys, rites of passage. There's many. And as an initiated person, you could be doing this, right? Initiating others into magical orders and systems. Once you're initiated, you now have the current of energy, a current of magical energy that goes from the people who initiated you through you. And I'm holding initiation. There's these currents of these paths that I've been initiated into, and now I can pass it on to others. That's how this magical current works, right? So that's why you usually get initiated by high priest, high priestess, high wizard, high warlock, high mage, whatever you want to call yourself. Because this person was initiated, and now they're passing it on to the next person. So you now initiate other people. What about baby blessings? You know, we have so many babies coming on board. They need to be blessed. Their head needs to be covered. They need to understand who they are. They need to be addressed spiritually when they come to the planet, which is going to last them their whole life. Baby naming ceremonies. I have in our community, we have a beautiful priestess who is an Akan priestess. And on the 7th day, on the name day, is when they present the baby to the community. And she does these beautiful ceremonies with babies and presenting them to the community. Wedding and hand fasting ceremonies. You can conduct weddings and hand fastings. A long time ago, when I was in one of my initiation stages, I had an assignment, and the assignment was to write a wedding. When I was being prepared for ministry to be ordained as minister of spiritual consciousness, we had to write out a wedding with all the steps. An entire wedding as the officiant, as the minister officiating a wedding. And so I chose to write a wedding that married, come on! Love you, Australia Luna. Yeah! Money in the vortex. 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 Let's do it in 4 directions. Money in the vortex. Money in the vortex. Money in the vortex. Money in the vortex. Come on, baby. Money in the vortex. Money in the vortex. Money in the vortex. Money in the vortex. Woo, woo. That's our little song on this channel. Well, it's not a little song. It's quite a large song. So, we're talking about a wedding. So I wrote out this wedding. And interestingly enough, the wedding was a marriage between a Christian and a pagan. And it was the whole ceremony of blending. And I'm putting it right now actually in one of the books. What about end-of-life doula? You see, all of these, they're the Christian Witches website. Go right there right now for initiation. What about being an end-of-life doula? Now, I put 7 services that initiated witches can perform, only because 7 is the number of perfection and completion, and you can focus on 7 on this list. Yet I desire to give you far more than that, because there's so much more that initiated priests, priestesses, mages can do. End-of-life doula. What about escorting souls out? You always find witches at the crossroads. Witches are at the life crossroads when life is coming into the planet in the birth. Witches are when lives are leaving the planet. You always find, and you find witches everywhere in between. What about being a healer? We have healers that are here. The world needs healing right now. We have so many healers in our community. What about being a retreat leader? I love leading retreats all over the world. What about being a transformational author on witchcraft or witchiness? Or I just saw this new book that came out on brujeria. I cannot wait to read it. I put it already on the list. So if you follow us and you follow my Amazon store, hop on over to the Amazon store right now. All you do is go to Christian Witches, click on books. Or you go to ValerieLove.com, click on books. It'll take you to our Amazon store. And yes, thank you. It's a disclaimer. It is an affiliate link. So when you buy using our link, we do earn commissions, and that supports the channel and all the work that we do here. So thank you for your support. What about being an inspirational speaker? What about doing house blessings? And what about doing home energy clearing? These are huge. These are huge. Whoa, 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 pardon me. These are huge. As a matter of fact, screenshot this whole list and then hop on over to christianwitches.com. Just screenshot it and zoom in. Okay? And then hop over to, brujeria is witchcraft. And she wrote this book on the incredible witchcraft of Mexico. And I cannot wait to read this book. I cannot wait till this book gets here so that I can read it. And I don't want the Kindle version. I want the paper version. I cannot wait to read that book on brujeria. Cannot wait. House blessings and home energy clearing. Let's talk about that. So a story for a minute. Many years ago, I had this client. She had this beautiful home in Maryland. And this was when I was living in the DMV, DC, Maryland, Virginia. And she was having this disturbance, couldn't sleep. And she was having this disturbance in our home, and I knew that it was spirits in our home, and I knew that something was going on. Either the land spirits or the house spirits or a combination of both were disturbing her sleep. So it's just naturally in me as a gifting. Now, you may have a natural gifting with, let's say, plants. Maybe you have a natural gifting with talking to spirits. Maybe you have a natural gifting with talking to angels. Maybe you have a natural gifting with dreams and seeing things happen. Everyone has natural gifts. Everyone. We want to pull them out, right? That's what we do in the mystery school. We pull these gifts out. Well, one of my natural gifts is my senses on the spirit plane work with being clairaudient, clairvoyant, and clairsentient. Those are the clairs that I have. Now, other people have other clairs. As a matter of fact, Dr. Denise Bacchus has there's claircognizance as well. Dr. Denise Bacchus, which I'm more on claircognizance than on clairsentience. I'm not really as clairsentient as I am claircognizant. Just know where you are with these things. Dr. Denise Bacchus is clairolfactory. She can smell spirits. Like, you might smell your grandmother's something, perfume, or like she can tell spirits from smell. All the senses you have in physical also exist in spirit. You have 12 senses in physical, you have 12 senses in spirit. As above, so below, that's law of correspondence. Now, this client, she was having this challenge. And I knew I had to go to her house because we were having conversations over the phone. She had been doing everything. She had been doing all these stuff on her. She thought she was the issue, which, of course, we always have to look at self, and we always have to look in the mirror and find out, what am I bringing to this whole party and what is really going on, so that you can get to the bottom of it, the core root of it. She was having ear candling done. She was going to Reiki. She was spiritual life coaching with me. I mean, we were just going through like her whole life, like inventory. And then it came forward. Something in your house. I said, something's in your house. Let's do a ceremony to clean your house. Let's do a house blessing and a house energy clearing. I bought someone with me. A powerful, powerful being at the time. You know him as Manifest Ra. So I brought him with me. And Manifest Ra and I, we both are on the Claire, what's the name of it? Oh, thank you. Sense of smell. You can smell, like smells change when spirits come and go, right? I bought Manifest Ra with me. And Manifest Ra, both of us on the cosmic tone 13. Now, if this doesn't sound, this sounds like Greek. Look at my video here on the YouTube channel about these 5 pieces of your birth information so that you can get your galactic signature. So he and I, there are 13 tones, and you really vibe with people that are on your same tone. So he's on my same tone. So anyway, he came with me. And we're going to do this ritual. We're going to do this ceremony to clear whatever is in this house. I got to tell you what I found in this house. Whoo! This was mind blowing. I had never seen anything like this in my entire life. I don't know what I was expecting. I probably wasn't really expecting anything because I didn't know what it was one way or the other. So I already know we're going to go, we're going to bring our tools, we're going to bring our prayers. And I had a particular psalm. The psalm I chose was Psalm 23. And it's just a good overall psalm if you don't know what to do. If you don't know what psalm to pray, pray Psalm 23. And if you don't know what prayer to say, always say the Lord's Prayer. They're just like these universal tools that you can use, or the Hail Mary. You can just always use all those in magic, right? Well, or Psalm 91. These are like universal. I go into this house, go upstairs. We're going through all levels of the house, 3 levels of the house. Go through, oh my goodness. I can still see the visual. We go upstairs, go through all the bedrooms. Nothing. It would seem like this woman would be able to sleep in perfect peace because this is a spiritual person. So of course she has sage. Of course she has energy clearing. Of course she has crystals. Of course she has a prayer room. This is a big, like 3-4 bedroom house with a single woman living in it. So you know she had one that was like a prayer room, just like me when I had my big 4 bedroom house. And even when I had my big 5 bedroom, all these different bedrooms, of course, you're going to anoint one as your magical space. I had this meditation room, so same thing. Bedroom, perfect, clean, clear. Like any perfectly sleeping bedroom, it was nothing in there that would indicate why she cannot sleep. She's tossing and turning, unrest. Okay, nothing on the first level either. Okay. Let's go to the basement. We go down to the basement and we're just praying and we're praying. We're praying the 23rd Psalm. We have the crystals. We have the appropriate incense. We're looking for what it is so that it can be cleared. We found a family of slaves. It almost brings tears to my eyes because it was so profound that didn't know they were free. That was a plantation. We found house spirits of that land. That was a family of slaves that did not know they were free, that they could be released to the ethers. And then it triggered in her mind. They were like, I could still see the visual in in upper dimensions, like in beyond the physical. They were like cowered in a corner, like afraid. Like that was probably where their hut was before her house was built. And those spirits, they left in duress. And spirits that leave in duress, they don't go. You have to do certain things with spirits that are like that. They're not free. They're like trapped. I actually had to have a conversation with them. This is not the typical like exorcism. We're going to get rid of this negative energy in your house. This is not like a casting out of demons, because I do that too. This is none of that. This is, okay, we have to have a conversation with some spirits around here. Oh my God. That's why the emotion is still coming up for me, because I had never seen anything like that before. And I've seen a lot of bizarre stuff in spirit realms, you know, demons casted out, spirits taking people's spirits, possessions, speaking, you know, under the influence, people being mounted. I hang out with a lot of Yoruba priestesses and priests, and so, you know, you see spirits mounting people, you see the people talking different, walking different, you see their whole countenance change, you see things fly around, you know, there's all manner of spiritual phenomenon that I have seen over these years. I had never seen that before. And I was unprepared emotionally to see that. And when I say unprepared emotional, I don't mean that I wasn't supposed to be there. I was. I was prepared spiritually. I would have never been called to do that job if I was not the one for that job. I was the one for the job. And then I had the conversation with them. And they were so relieved, and they released, like their spirits just released. It was like 5 or 6 of them. Their spirits just released. After that, and all of us were like. So when I say I was unprepared emotionally, what I mean by it is, what the ego mind can't handle any of that. The ego mind knows nothing about that. And so the egoic mind will trigger certain emotions and certain memories that are in the emotional body that even now bring tears forward with that story. Wow. And now, of course, you're a spiritual being. You can handle anything you see. If it's in front of you, you can handle it, because it would never cross the desk of God and come in front of you if you weren't timing up for it. There's always the bigger you that can handle it. What I'm talking about was the little egoic mind of myself and the emotions it triggered. That still needed to be worked with, and still does, as I can see. To see this healing is unfolding. And it was so beautiful. And they released, and they were so happy to be released. They almost did not believe at first that they were free. Do you know how long? It was generations of slaves that did not believe that they were literally free and did not have to work the land every single day. And these spirits had died under duress. I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful for all that I've seen and all that I've experienced and all that I will experience. Because I always had this vision of myself going to, it seems like this thing is a little crooked. I've always had this vision of myself going to like celebrity homes and clearing stuff. Like me and the witches, the wizards, the mages, coming in and clearing shit. And that's why we are initiating. Because I don't go alone, number one. And you can go alone, with yourself if that's what Spirit tells you to do. Nothing here is a rule. Don't take anything here as like the be all, end all. It's not. Everything has an application. Let me say that. So I don't go alone unless that's just how it falls out. And I can. Whatever Spirit gives you to do, do it. So Spirit is giving us the opportunity to initiate these witches, wizards, mages of all ages into this program. I had to have a conversation like that too with a 16-year-old boy trapped in my house. Ooh. At the time when I was about 12, John Rose, I just talked with him and cried and prayed for him powerfully. That's it. Yes. I'll tell you the whole thing later on. Okay. Yeah, that's it. Because these spirits, first of all, when these kinds of spirits go, they don't know they're dead. You could be here right now and not know you're dead. There was a powerful movie about this. Oh my God, you have got to see this movie. It was with Sandra Bullock. I'm going to look up that movie and there's a powerful movie about this, about the afterlife. I think it was Passenger 57 or something like that. Did anybody ever see that movie? It was something about she was on a plane or something like that. Did anybody see that movie? Let me know. Anyway, the bottom line of it is, when I go, I'm going to be going with associates. And when you go to a place that there's something that needs to be cleared, there's a demonic presence, there's an exorcism, you need to take spiritual badasses with you, not people that are going to cry and punk out. And you become a spiritual badass. Premonition, that's the name of it. Oh, whatever movie that was, that movie is incredible. You take with you spiritual badasses. You don't take with you Sixth Sense. Ooh, Sixth Sense was... That was a little too, I can still remember that little boy. I see dead people. Okay, little boy. I know. Okay. That movie was creepy as hell. But anyway. So you're taking with you spiritual badasses that don't have an issue. Oh, the others. Oh my God. Beetlejuice. All of y'all are bringing up what about Beloved? Let's throw Beloved in there with Girl, what's your name? B E L. Oh Lord, child, this child done came back from the dead. She got the stuff crawling out of her. She got bugs crawling. Oh my, she got the maggots crawling out of her ears and stuff. It's like, oh Lord Jesus, deep, woo, deep. You see dead people? Yeah, a lot of our community sees dead people. A lot of our community communes with spirits. A lot of them ghosts. Oh my God, that was a good one too, Marlo. Well, Whoopi Goldberg pretending she was a psychic. Then she really was a psychic. Shoot. Like, oh my God, I'm really seeing a ghost. Having a whole conversation with you. Wanted to be a medium? Here you go. That was the universe playing a trick on her. Or not a trick. It was the universe showing her her real self. She had been pretending. And now she was being shown her real true self. So all these opportunities that you have to serve people. This is why we initiate witches, so that you go through the trials, you get the secrets and the mysteries, you get over your, little base fears of a lot of these things, and you go into true service. And most importantly, Sam Wheat, who's that? I don't know what that is. What's that centrally? Sam Wheat. I don't know. And that when you go through these initiations, you start to lose all those little fears. Like once you dealt with 10 demons, the 11th demon is not going to do the same thing that the first demon did in your consciousness. But you have to be exposed to these things. We do all these things. The next one is exorcisms. Now this is a big one. It's look, the iPad just leaped right off my lap. Exorcisms. Oh, ghost. Yes. Exorcisms. This is a big one for me. And this is one of my favorite spiritual things to do. It's one of my favorite services to do and to offer and to participate in. Why? Because I see people bound by spirits, and when the spirits leave, you're instantly unbound. And everything is spirits. Spirits of jealousy, spirits of envy, spirits of strife, spirits of confusion, spirits of doubt, spirits of worry. All of these are spirits. And Kabbalah teaches that with every thought, you either create a demon or an angel. With every thought. And I don't mean that to say that that's actual truth. What I mean to say is that your thoughts are not neutral, and that you lingering on worry and things like that are drawing these spirits to you, and you lingering on joy and love and peace and the fruits of the spirit is creating more angelic energy in your life. So, exorcisms. When we do our events, this is one of the reasons why I love our events in person. When a person walks in the door, boom, something tells me their energy. Okay. Now, it tells me their energy. You don't have to be in person to do this, right? This doesn't have to happen just in person, because you could talk to somebody on the phone. At any rate, when they come to an event and they walk through the door, this is why I think a lot of people are afraid to come on events with us, because they know their real stuff is going to be seen. They're going to be seen. And I see someone, okay. And I see like an energetic, I just see, I can't really describe to you exactly how it is. There's just an instant knowing, okay, this person is dealing with this, and this is going to pop off sometime this week, right? We're here for 5 days. Sometime this week, that's going to pop off. And it's just like a note to self. Sure enough, maybe around day 3.5, after the person sees that they can trust your fellow journeyers, after they see that this is a space of pure unconditional love, after they see that they can let their guard down, because the ego, there's a crust. Day 1 at the retreat, no one's being themselves because there's a crust. And, you just look at everybody, you don't know these people, like, I don't know y'all, I'm not telling you my business. Do you really have any business? That's what one of my teachers said to me. You ain't got no business. Like, what makes your sadness so different and special? You got to be special now, right, Valerie? What makes your sadness so special and your depression so special other than everybody else's sadness and depression? But that's a secret. What makes your unworthiness so different than everybody else's unworthiness, or everyone who is experiencing unworthiness? What makes yours so special that you got to hold your business to yourself? You're only as sick as your secrets. I got that from Reverend Dr. Yala Van Sant. You're only as sick as your secrets. So that thing that you keep hidden, locked down, don't want anyone to know about, held it for decades, that's your sickness and that's your release. And when you let it go, and I don't mean let it go as in energetically let it go, when you speak it. So you have to speak it. You must speak and acknowledge it. That's how you release it. People think, I'm just going to pray and let it go. But it's still there. And it's still running your life. And it's still messing up shit. And it's still affecting you. You have to speak it. You have to feel it. Purge it. Scream it out. Cry it out. Whatever the case may be. Did you feel that? I've seen it over and over and over and over. People are like, I was keeping this forever because I didn't want to talk about it. But when I was, here we go. Now you can let it go. Now you can let it go. Right? You hear that, right? You hear it and you know it. You know it to be the truth. And you just unburden yourself. I just keep unburdening myself. Just keep talking it, letting it out, unburden yourself. I'll put it in a book. I'm gonna make creative use of the shit in my life. It's compost. You just spread it all around, it's like manure. But if you have shit that happened in your life and you just keep it piled up inside of yourself, it's just a stinky pile of shit. If you spread it all around, it becomes, lighten it, right? It becomes manure. And manure helps things grow. Like some of the shitty stuff that happens in your life and that has happened in your life, it could be fertilizer instead of a sticky pile of shit. It could become fertilizer for you, used rightly, because the universe gave it to us for a reason. No matter how painful, no matter how horrible. We've all had it. We've all had these experiences. I don't know anyone on planet Earth that has not had these experiences. They're hellacious. They're horrible. We wish they never happened. And yet, somehow we still have them. What to make of them is what we get to do. What am I to make of this? What am I to do with this? Because I have it. And it might not go away. I have it, right? Oh my God. Let it go, right? Ooh, centrally, that's powerful. You sit in it long enough and it stops stinking, right? It stops stinking to ourselves. Yeah, other people around us are like, what's going on with that person? Ooh, and it becomes a repellent. But we can't smell it anymore because we've been sitting in a pile of shit for so long. Wow. Hence what we talked about at the beginning. Hence coming into mystery school. Hence coming into this community. Hence coming into this program or coming into any community so that you will, help and you'll have those beautiful mirrors around you that show you, man, my stuff stinks. I need to clean it up. Whoa. No one smells it. Right? Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Mwah. I so love you and I so appreciate you. So let's finish the list. We're at christianwitches.com. We're talking about initiation. We're talking about services that you can offer as an initiated magical being. And we're going through the list, and the list is right here. Be sure to go to christianwitches.com, click on initiation, because right now we're initiating witches into the temple because Christ said, oh, thank you so much, Amanda. I love you. I love you. And I appreciate you. So thank you. Christ said, many are called, few are chosen, because they just don't show up. I'm not a witch, but I do all these things. Oh, beautiful, Marlo, beautiful. It's all good, because you don't have to be a witch. Actually, you don't have to be a witch to read any of my books, including How to Be a Christian Witch. It's a great spiritual tome if you just love spiritual tomes. It's a great spiritual tome. Let's continue. Exorcisms, witchy products. Could you make a monthly witch box? I've been really being with all the Christian witchcraft items that we're going to create. We're going to create Christian witches candles, Christian witches spell boxes, Christian witches altars. We're going to be offering all that. Could you offer some kind of witchy box, magical monthly box? Man, people love them things. They love them. They love them, right? What about magical or metaphysical shop? Are you called to have a magical shop, a metaphysical shop? What about being a sacred sexologist and tantra? You see, these tantric healing, magical healing, and the tantric sacred sexology, this is huge. Do you know how many people are gunked up around sex? They're gunked up around sexual orientation. They're gunked up around same shameful sexual experiences that we had as children. They're gunked up around maybe non-performance in the current moment, like a lot of men are having because of our current life experience. And because of bad food, a lot of men are having erectile dysfunction. A lot of women are dry, or they're experiencing lack of libido. A lot of that is associated with your spiritual practices, and a lot of that is also associated. Come on! Woo! Money in the vortex! Money in the vortex! Money in the vortex! Billionfold return to you and all the super chatters. You know what's interesting, Chris? I started watching Midnight Gospel last night, and I was like, this is animated, but I was so sleepy that I couldn't really get into it because I have been doing a lot of training, especially the wealth training that I do. So I've been doing some training, and I was not completely on board. And I was like, okay, I see that I need to be like this when I'm watching it, not kind of, so I can get it, because I was noticing that there was a lot of hidden things in there. And I'm like, I need to really pay attention to this. So I'm going to go back to it again. And in the beginning, it didn't grab me instantaneously, probably because it was animated. And I know, Chris, I know you told me it was animated. But I kind of like, And then I was like, oh wow. So I got to get over my own self. Right. It's not something that I noticed that it's not something that I need to be having in the background. It's something that I need to be paying close attention to. And so I'm going to do that. Now, I am wearing the feather of Ma'at. And the reason I'm wearing the feather of Ma'at today is Ma'at is the temple goddess as we initiate into the temple of Ma'at in the mystery school. So once again, you could be with us in the mystery school and you never have to leave home. If you want to be initiated, then there are a few extra steps for initiation. You can be in the mystery school with us and do it from anywhere in the world. That is the beauty now of the mystery school. OMG. Go to christianwitches.com, click on initiation, come into the program with us. You do have to apply. And the reason you have to apply is because we don't just let anybody in. We got to know, who are you and who are we doing magic with? We have to know that. We have to know that. That is critical. So the application fee is only $22. The program, as you know, is either $5,000 upfront for the whole year or $444 per month. And if you say, oh, $444 per month, that's a lot of money, or $5,000 for the year, if you say that's a lot of money, then you really need to probably come into the Wealth and Wellness Vortex with us first, then come to the Mystery School. And the Wealth and Wellness Vortex group will show you, Facebook group is our community where we are creating wealth with our online wellness shopping club. And for about $100 a month, you can do that. Okay, so there's no excuse. Wherever you are, there's no excuse. So if you're not on your wealth creation tip yet, which you know I love talking about wealth creation. You know, I was a financial advisor for 7 years. Oh my God, with American Express. I love talking about wealth creation. We were just on the phone this morning with the leadership experience and one of our coaches, and we were diving deep into wealth. Wealth. If you're not there yet, if it's not easy for you to go ahead and I'm not saying easy, but if you find yourself financially challenged and coming into the mystery school, then you definitely need to be in the Wealth and Wellness Vortex. Because then that could be your stair to the mystery school. A lot of people take stairs. Come on and take stairs. And you definitely want to come with us to Sedona in December 1st to the 5th. Put it on your calendar now. And you definitely want to come with us to Peru, where we have all these plant medicines in February. We go every February. Start getting ready now. Whew. I love you. Love you. Love you, love you. God bless you. Have a beautiful Witchy Wednesday. Definitely need to get my financial house in order. Then come on in with us into the Wealth and Wellness Vortex. You see, when you come into the Wealth and Wellness Vortex Facebook group, you can hang out with us because I do a lot of teaching in there about wealth, and we have units. It's a learning group. It's a learning Facebook group, right? And we have units in there. The link will be linked up below. And in the Wealth and Wellness Vortex, it's very critical that we take the steps that create wealth. And there's a lot of members here that are in the Wealth and Wellness Vortex with us. And in the Wealth and Wellness Vortex, We have an online shopping club, which you all know. You've heard me talk about it before. I've been in it over a year, since January of 2019. And we just teach you how to step by step become wealthy. And it's very simple, right? It's very simple. Everything good for you is simple. It's just a matter of you taking the steps consistently. It's all very simple. It's very simple. Okay? Links will be below for everything I talked about in this conversation. Happy Witchy Wednesday. I absolutely adore you and love you. I cannot wait to see you in the Christian Witches Mystery School with us in this beautiful new program where we're being initiated into the Temple of Mayat. You'll see all about that at christianwitches.com. Click on initiation. It will be amazing. We start this weekend. And even if you can't start this weekend with us, go ahead and do your application now. So that puts you in process. Do your application. The application is only $22. Do your application. Then after your application is completed and reviewed, and we do divination over your application, and when you do divination, when we do the divination over your application, you get a card, and that card is your helper for the initiation. So the magic starts the second you say yes. The magic begins the second you say yes. I love you. Mwah. God bless you. Happy Witchy Wednesday. ChristianWitches.com and click on initiation. Peace. Kaisi out. Mwah. Love you. Love you. Ooh, I pray you love the book.